Okay guys, this is a 3-inch 50 caliber gun behind me that was found on Navy ships and submarines in World War II. These shells are 24 pounds and it can shoot up to 20 shells per minute.
$75 beds in total. General crew size is around 80 to 100.
You said you don't mind being on
I
film?
don't mind.
Okay. Rylee, you want to get over there? Alright, cool.
One more to go through.
Okay.
Right here.
It's the after engine compartment. 2 of the 4 diesel engines are located in here. This is engine number 3 on your right and engine number 4 on your left. They're Fairbanks & Morse diesel engines. They're 1600 horsepower, 720 RPM. They're 10-cylinder, 20-piston, opposing piston. They're vertically opposed. Fairbanks & Morse actually developed train engines before they got contracts with the Navy. So that's basically what these are, is train engines that are modified to work down here in the submarine. When the engines are running, it could be close to 130 degrees Fahrenheit here.
It's hot.
Pretty hot.
That's supposed to be the generator room.
The generator is on the floor,
Oh.
right down that gray piece of equipment sitting
Oh, okay.
on the floor down there.
I got you.
This is engine number 1 on your right here. It's the only engine we have that runs currently. They got it running about 5 years ago. They run it every now and then for maintenance purposes. And then on the left over here is where engine number 2 used to be. However, engine number 2 was removed during the upgrade in the 60s. They determined it was unnecessary, so they cut a hole in the side and they took it out. They replaced it with storage, mostly. This here is a copy of USS Razorback's World War II battle flag. These are her accomplishments during World War II. The 12 Japanese flags on the sides represent Japanese merchant ships that were sunk with the deck guns, similar to the one in the parking lot. The 4 regular Japanese flags on the bottom represent Japanese merchant ships that were sunk with torpedoes, and then the 2 here in the middle represent Japanese warships that were sunk with torpedoes. The 5 stars and bars along the bottom here represent U.S. pilots that were rescued out of the ocean for what's called lifeguard duty. That was new to World War II. And lastly is this guy here in the middle, the finback whale, also known as the razorback whale. It's the 2nd largest species of whale, and it's what this submarine is named after. This submarine is not named after the local sports team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. It is a happy coincidence, though, to help us get it here.
Cool.
Any you guys have any questions about any of that so far? No? All right. As we make our way through, on the left here are the freshwater stills. They convert saltwater to freshwater. All the drinkable water for the submarine comes from these 2 machines. They're Badger X1 evaporators.
How much water can they produce in a day?
Optimally, they can do 1,000 gallons a day apiece.
Wow. Of course, that's probably not a lot when you're on a sub.
No, about 1,500 of that goes to the engines and the batteries for daily maintenance. So they only have 500 for the crew.
Is this a shower in here?
Yeah, you're welcome to go in there.
Go ahead.
Short shower, you'd have to be bent down.
Yep.
You're too tall.
They got another toilet in here too.
This is the mess. This is where the general crew ate their meals. There were 4 meals a day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight rations. Each meal is about 45 minutes long. Food on board submarines is pretty good. They get steaks, lobsters, shrimp. They have baker on board. So they get fresh bread, cookies, cinnamon rolls. They even have an ice cream machine on board. That's because submarine service in the U.S. military is completely voluntary. You can't be assigned into the submarine service. So to get men to volunteer, they give them better food and better pay. It's still like that today. They still get paid more, and they still get better food. In between meals, they'd use this room for recreational purposes. They played games in here: chess, checkers, backgammon, cards.
That's cool.
They actually had game boards inlaid on the tables. These 2 are backgammon boards. Those 2 back there are chess boards. They can also watch movies in here. They'd put a projector on that gray panel back there, type a sheet above your head, and watch a movie.
That must be that one hatch we looked at earlier.
Actually, that's we passed that one already. That was the ladder in the engine room.
Oh, okay.
This is the one. This one was on the right when we got on the side. Past that chain. Refrigerator and freezer is down there. Dry goods storage.
Oh, all down here?
Yeah.
So I guess they just flip this up and then go down?
Yeah, it would have originally been a hatch on hinges, so, but we put a grate there.
Or they could go down this way.
They're not actually connected. This is just dry goods storage for the cans. And this in here is the galley. It's the only galley on board. All the food for the submarine is made in here.
Now I'm guessing they probably ate in shifts, right?
They
Like
did.
they would have, probably every 45 minutes.
They do a 45-minute meal time, and every 15 minutes they would switch out. So you'd have 20 to 25 guys come in, get their food, eat it, and get out in 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not supposed to. Why do I feel like they're getting taller and littler? There's the radio room.
This is the control room. It's the central hub of the submarine. It's where the captain and the officers would have been when they were on duty. It's also the only section of the submarine that has 3 levels. There's a room above us as well as a room below us. Below us is the sonar room. Looks like this.
Okay.
And then above us is the conning tower. The conning tower is where the periscopes are accessed. There are 2 periscopes, the torpedo targeting periscope and the general use periscope. Also upstairs is the main helm station. The main helm station controls the back rudder here. Back rudder here, which controls left and right movement of the submarine. And then those 2 wheels there control the dive planes, which are here and here, which control the up and down angle of the submarine for vertical movement underwater. We're sitting about right here. We started over here. And then this is the sail. This is the conning tower, which is up there. It's underneath the sail.
Okay.
You may have noticed it got warmer in here. That's because we are now underneath the sail. The sail is a large piece of black fiberglass with little ventilation and no air conditioning. So, not very comfortable up there right now.
Right. Now they had a radio in here too, didn't they? Or was this just another phone?
It's a PA system.
Yeah, system.
And the deepest this submarine could go was 600 feet. It's the maximum depth. Once you get closer, once you go past 600 feet and get closer to 800 feet, you go under the crush depth, which is where the submarine will be crushed by the pressure of the water. You guys have any questions? Would you like to hear the dive alarm? Head over that way. So these here are the alarms for the submarine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about each one, and then I'm going to tell you that I'm going to ring the dive alarm, and then I'm going to ring it 2 times, okay? So this yellow one here is the general alarm. It's a call to battle stations. When you hear that, you go to whatever station you're supposed to be at. The red one here is the collision alarm. When you hear that, that means the submarine's either about to hit or be hit by something. That's the one you never want to hear. Hitting something in a submarine is never a good idea. This one here in the middle is the dive alarm. You ring it 2 times to dive and 3 times to resurface. I'm going to ring it now, so if you're sensitive to loud noises, now's the time to cover your ears. Dive! 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 And there you go.
Cool. Now, was the alarm the same on all of them, or did they sound different?
They make different noises. This one sounds kind of like a police siren, and then this one's just a long tone that you would hold out.
Cool.
You guys will follow me this way. We'll head on to the next part.
Small arms locker. May not be. Now, some of them are soft.
I can tell.
This is some more crewmen. This must be the officer's quarters.
It's the officer's quarters. Yep. The captain is the only man on board that gets his own room. Everybody else has to share. And in this room in here with the 2 doors leading to the big table in the middle is the wardroom. The wardroom is the mess for the officers. It's also their meeting room and their recreation room. It was also used for medical emergencies. If there was a medical procedure that needed privacy, they bring them in here to do it. The worst medical procedure done on this boat was the pulling of a rotten tooth, I think.
Right.
Nothing too bad. No one ever died on board this submarine. And below us is the battery compartment. The submarine had 252 one-ton lead-acid battery cells on board.
Had how many?
252 one-ton lead-acid battery cells. So 252 tons of batteries.
Wow.
They were all removed in Turkey.
This is kind of what they would put underneath the, I guess that was their locker, basically.
Correct.
Pretty cool.
So we make our way through this last watertight door here. Please watch your step. There's a second step. It's kind of big. I know I'm about to fall. So please be very careful.
Okay. If you do fall, Rylee, I'm getting it on YouTube.
That one. Like,
Yeah. Now this is where they launch some stuff.
So the torpedoes in this compartment are loaded in from the torpedo loading bay above that bed there.
Okay.
This compartment is very similar to the one we saw at the very beginning. It is a bit bigger.
So they actually slept in here too.
Yeah, 10 beds in here. A few less. There would have been 24 torpedoes on board altogether, as I said earlier. 8 in the back, 16 here in the front.
So they got 4 tubes in the front and 4 in the back.
4 in the back, 6 in the front. There's
6 in
2
the
more
front.
tubes down on the floor now.
Oh, okay. So they can shoot 6 shots up here.
Correct. And then up here there'd be 4 torpedoes here, 4 torpedoes on the floor, and then two torpedoes loaded below.
Now, are these actual torpedoes that have just been disarmed?
Yeah, they're real torpedoes. They're just empty.
Cool.
that's where we go back up.
Yep, that is where we'll go back up. Unless you had any final questions.
That's, so we're going up right here?
Yeah, well, first, that's the end of the tour. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a wonderful day. You're more than welcome to head to the museum now if you'd like to look in there. You're also welcome to the Hoga, which is our tugboat. She's the last remaining floating naval vessel that was in Pearl Harbor during the attack on December 7th of 1941.
That's the last vessel.
Yeah, last floating vessel.